Alright, as you can see, I've changed position since the end of part 2. Get used to that, that happens quite often. I think I mentioned it's going to happen. Or rather, I'm going to visit the secret area I'm about to unlock a lot. So, this time I succeed on the first try, as you just saw. It's relatively easy once you know where to go. Through the door, and that's all there is to it. That was the secret exit. So, now that that's unlocked, you get to see what's contained within. It's a relatively small stage. Well, it is a small stage. It's just a single screen. Ta-da! Middle box contains Yoshi, or 1-ups if you all have Yoshi. The left side contains fire flowers, right side contains feathers. And the left and right both contain mushrooms if you're Small Mario. As you can see, that's the secret area, and it comes to... It's just completely useful. And I mentioned this before, but I stop here quite often. A lot during these earlier parts, and less frequently in the later parts, mainly because it's so far away. I do most of my traveling to the secret area off camera at that point. And that was an interesting jump. This is relatively simple so far. Thanks to the cape, of course. And I guess Yoshi deserves some credit too. Freaking hammer, bro. Checkpoint! Woo! That's quite the jump. And that was quite the attack. That, I just learned recently, was a 3-up, I believe. Which is... that was stupid. But anyway, 3-up is the weirdest thing ever. I honestly don't remember it before doing this run-through. And I do get my hands on one, like, I think the second to last part, I think. It was quite entertaining. I was quite shocked. And I kind of screwed myself up here. I grabbed the mushrooms from the feather box, so I had to leave and come back again to get the feathers. What a great process. Anyway, back to Donut Plains 4 for another round. Except this time I start at the checkpoint. Woo! Boom. Winning. I swear, these Goombas look so freaking weird. They're not regular Goombas, I tell you what. This is embarrassing. Boom. Alright, on to the second castle, Morton's Castle. Oh, by the way, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but every castle-like area, every boo house, you have to leave Yoshi behind, unfortunately. I don't quite fully understand why, but them's the rules, I guess. Anyway, this place is inhabited by thwomps. There are thwomps, aren't they? I think, yeah. Or am I thinking of those, like, large bricks that are, like, part road? One of them's a thwomp, and I think this is the thwomp, but I could easily be wrong. Because I can't think of the name of those enemies. Maybe they are thwomps. Anyway, whatever they were the main inhabitants of this fortress. And if you didn't know, the spring can be moved, can be picked up and moved, in case you need to jump somewhere else. And also, I'm not showing it here, but the cape can permanently kill a dry bones. At least pushes it far away. Knocks it off screen, rather, which is pretty useful. Boom. Come on. Come on. Another thing I should mention is, if you haven't noticed already, there's a time limit in each stage. I think the time changes depending on what sort of stage it is, but generally it's 300-400 seconds. And yes, you do need to beat it in the time, but it's almost always more than enough time. And this battle isn't too hard. You just knock him on the head 3 times, and he pretty much just runs in circles, or squares, I guess you could say. Or I guess technically they're rectangles, but I digress. So he just runs around like this the whole time. Really not too difficult. Although one thing you should keep in mind is when he lands, he does shock you, unless you're in the air, like so. And you cannot jump on him when he's on the side. Well, you can, but it won't hurt him. Ay, Dios mío. I don't know why that one didn't count. I felt like that was a pretty decent shot. That one was... yeah, whatever. Boom. And that's Morton for you. Now we go on to my favorite area, the Vanilla Dome. It has cool music. And I think it has the first underwater level. Like, totally underwater level. We'll see, though. Ah, yeah. Block. Building kick. Explosion. Okay, there's no block and there's no explosion. But there was multiple building kicks. Good job, Mario. Mario is Terry Crews' son. Why don't you think about that one for a while? Anyway, forward march! Vanilla Dome. Okay, I guess I go back to the secret area. Go figure. I'm just that big of a wuss, apparently. One up. And I grab... yes. Boom. Alright. Let's do this. I guess one benefit of not doing live commentary is you can you kind of know what's coming, but then you don't know exactly what's coming. Like, I remember generally what happens and generally how much I fail, but I don't know every single thing I screw up and everything I fail at, which is to be expected, I guess. So, it sort of keeps me on my toes a little bit. But I think I sense a fail coming up here soon. Maybe not. I'll just keep my mouth shut about that, and let the fails occur when they occur. And trust me, they increase in frequency as we get further and further along. Oh, and I guess this is technically a power-up I never mentioned, which is the Invincibility Star, which I'm pretty sure anyone who's played Mario knows about. But if you guys don't know, the Invincibility Star makes you invincible for a limited period of time, of course. I know I might have just blown your minds, but you know. waiting. There we go. Oh, excuse me. I believe I mentioned already, I'm still getting over a cold. And it's mostly gone, just my throat. Meh. If you guys got any fancy remedies... Dang it, I didn't want that. But if you guys have any fancy remedies for a sore throat, feel free to leave them in the comments. Now, I know I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but I feel like it needs to be done. I hate YouTubers who, in their videos, or in their annotations, rather, say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It aggravates me. What's the point? If I like your video, I'm not going to forget to like it. Or favorite it if it was really that good. And if I like your videos and your material in general, and you as a person, I'm going to subscribe. Some message telling me not to forget to is not going to help me. In fact, people who do that, I tend to subscribe to less. Just because, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to whore yourself out to that? But, whatever. I shouldn't be saying that because I think some of my friends do too. But it's their choice. If that's what they feel they want to do, more power to them, I guess. I just personally don't like it. And maybe you guys do or do not too, I don't know. Maybe you think I'm a retard. That's alright too. Although, that reminds me of another thing. Political correctness. I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for this, but political correctness is just... it's just stupid. End of story. I really shouldn't digress any further. One, because I should be talking about the game, and two, because I'm probably just going to get a lot of hate and a lot of arguments being like, oh, dude, you're dumb, that's not right at all, and freaking... I've already said some pretty radical things in this walkthrough already. I think I should just quit. I apologize, guys. Not meaning to offend you, it's just sometimes I have some pretty strong opinions, like everyone else in the world. It's just that I'm unfortunate enough to not be able to contain them. I apologize. Anyway, I guess this isn't underwater level, but it isn't completely underwater, which I guess isn't too big of a surprise. You need some space for Mario to breathe in, even though there's no oxygen meter, so don't worry about that. The only way to get up there is to take that fire flower, and I do not want that fire flower, so F that area. I almost want to say that's a secret exit, but I have no idea. And that was a nice dodge, in my opinion. Oh, it was a checkpoint? Oh well. I don't think I have too much trouble with this area anyway. We'll find out, though. And I guess you can go down that pipe. Cool story, bro. Cool attack, bro. I freaking hate these parrots or birds or whatever they are. They're freaking not cool. One of these stages, and I think it's way later in the game, one of these stages, though, has those birds, and they're out of view. Like, they're up on the ceiling, but the game doesn't show you the ceiling. It's just stupid, so you have no idea when they're gonna come. Ooh, bonus game. Woo! I already mentioned this before, but the objective is just freaking match as many freaking pictures as you can. But I believe that's it for this part, and I will see you guys in part 4.